This is Bimbo News with your hosts, Allie Siegel, Melissa Stecky.
Hello, and welcome to Webcrawler's Bimbo News. I'm Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stettin.
This is a podcast where we'll cover everything from viral news stories to pop culture to things that we watched on TV during the week. We have a Patreon. Our true crime episodes are now only available at patreon.com/webcrawlers for $5 a month. And boy, this week, or I guess it's next week, do we have a doozy of an episode coming at you?
Oh, it's nuts.
Just to give you a kind of like a spoiler, will you explain it in like a log line? How would you even explain it?
A woman faked many pregnancies to scam doulas for a reason that nobody really understands why.
It's crazy. You sent me that article and I was like, what the fuck?
I couldn't believe it. It was, we'll talk about it. Yeah, next
we'll talk
week
about
we'll talk about it.
Horrible.
Holy shit.
Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts.
And it's me.
Yes,
the
and
scammer
plot
is me.
twist, it's Melissa. She actually doesn't have a child.
No.
Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and call into our hotline and leave a voicemail if you'd like to be on our mailbag episodes. Leave a message about something we've discussed in an episode. Tell us a secret, a story, or whatever you'd like. Oh, yeah. Shh. Then I was just like steving through. The number is
626-63 for 2069. Nice.
Melissa, who are our patrons this week?
Tiffany S. Ram or Rom. J. Kelsey. Ms. Robinson. Annie O, Christina P, Jacqueline T, Sydney B, and Hannah R.
Welcome to the team, folks. We are so excited to have you. Let's get into the news.
So much news.
Honestly, a huge news week. Everyone knows about this first thing. I texted it to my mom this morning, and she was like, I know, your dad already told me. Taylor
This could
Swift,
be either one. This could be the writer's strike or it could be Taylor Swift.
I know, honestly. Taylor Swift is dating the football player Travis, what is it, Kelce? How do you even pronounce his last name?
I think it's Kelce. I think he says Kelce.
I only know him because he hosted an episode of SNL.
I didn't really know him until yesterday.
Yeah. He hosted an SNL that I remember watching and being like, this is one of the best episodes of SNL I've ever seen.
And I watched his monologue this morning. He seems funny and nice and fun, and he has similar energy to Taylor, I'll say.
100%. Like a little bit of like a goofy, like pick me energy kind of thing.
Yes.
Doesn't take himself too seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there was a few bad SNLs in a row. And then it was a little string. And then he hosted and I was like, okay, yeah, he's doing better than a lot of the actors they've been choosing lately. Yeah. He plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh my God, I just realized I think I have a Kansas. No, I don't actually. Never mind. I thought I had a vintage sweatshirt from them, but I think it's another team. And they played at Arrowhead Stadium, and he invited Taylor Swift out, and she came. I guess it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And she looked like she had the time of her life.
She was. He dropped into her DMs. Is this what happened?
We slide. We don't drop.
Oh my God, did I say drop?
Okay, boomer. He dropped into her DMs. That's probably exactly how my dad described it to my mom.
He sent into her DMs a message.
He dropped into her DMs.
God.
Okay, freak.
Slid into her DMs. And was like, what's up? Like, I don't know the exact message, but he said it. He went on a podcast and he admitted, he's like, yeah, I dropped into her DMs and like invited her to a game to sit
so
in his
funny.
his like suite. She was with his mom.
With the mom. Yeah.
Having the time of her life, and they won the game. Like, it was a blowout. Like, they won the game.
Yeah, and everyone's like freaking out because I guess he was born in 1989.
Taylor
and
Swift
then
album.
and then they won by 31 points, which is 13 backwards. And then okay, so you know that that song she has where she's like you're cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers or whatever.
Yes.
So the music video for that, like there's like a football player in the music video. And I guess the football player's name in the music video is Travis.
Whoa.
And everyone's like, she's a witch. Like she like manifests her destiny or whatever.
I did see that this is the first American that she's dated in a while. Because Joe Alwyn was British, I guess.
Yeah, but and then before that, she was dating Tom Hiddleston or whatever.
Hiddleston. Wasn't she dating Benedict Cumberbatch? Or
she did not date Benedict. Are you in what? Are you okay? Did you hit your head?
Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of Tom Hiddleston. He was the guy, he played Loki. He was that tall British guy and they met at the Met Gala.
Oh, okay.
She was dating Calvin Harris and then she went to the Met Gala without him and then she met, I think his name is Tom Hiddleston.
That sounds right.
And remember he was wearing that really embarrassing shirt? He was at her 4th of July party wearing that tank top that said, I love Taylor Swift.
No, I haven't seen that. Let me Google
Oh my
that
God.
right now. Oh, I just saw it. Tank top. I Heart TS.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm this is the guy I'm thinking of, not Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, you fucking freak. Can you imagine Taylor Swift dating Benedict Cumberbatch?
This
That'd be the craziest.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he has Cumberbatch energy a little bit. Yeah.
I don't like this guy.
No, I don't think anyone. They were a really bizarre couple together.
Yeah, this doesn't. Not into
It didn't mesh, and I don't think like he. As soon as they broke up, he was like never seen from again.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
together with
happens.
her. Yeah. So yeah, I guess like they're dating, and he wore after the game. He was seen leaving in this like really weird white and blue outfit. Like it was like a white. It was a white coat and these white pants with like blue, like kind of scribbles on them. And I was like, that outfit's so ugly. And then people Googled it and it's called like the 1989 set or something.
Come on. And then people are doing their birth charts.
Yeah, crazy. Swifties are nuts. And they're like, they have electric chemistry. Like their stars are aligned. Like
there's a picture of them after the game in his like convertible car, like driving off into the sunset. Like it's, and then there was a rumor going around yesterday that, was it Taylor or Travis called ahead to this diner that they went to and then paid for everyone's dinner to like get everyone to leave so they could be there alone.
Yeah, apparently he rented out or he cleared out the restaurant, but I guess it was for his team or his friends and Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Rented out the whole restaurant. I thought it was just for them, but it came out today it was for everyone. I like them together. I think they're cute. I think he's a man. Yeah. She has a thing for I think like skinny betas, which who among us don't?
Sure.
But I think he's
not.
like a man.
Yeah, what's his football? What does he play in football?
I don't fucking know.
If he has touchdowns, he's obviously like a running.
What is he, a QB? He's a runner?
Well, if he scored a touchdown, they don't normally, well, sometimes.
Girl, you think I know?
Kelce, football. He's a tight end.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know what that means. He runs with the ball occasionally. Yeah, he seems fun. He's got his brother who's plays on a different team, the Eagles, I think.
Yeah, so that mommy popped out too.
They played each other in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, last year.
That's fun. That mom is having a great time.
Yeah, she is a golden vajayjay, just popping out football players.
Yes.
I also love Taylor Swift is so the girl who like gets along with her parents.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I'm assuming she just met the mom and like they were in the suite like screaming and yelling and like having a great time.
The mom probably loves Taylor Swift. Like the mom is probably a Taylor Swift fan. People are saying this is a PR stunt, but I don't think it's because he just had a documentary coming out about him. I don't think it's a PR stunt. Yeah, I guess on HBO. I think this is like he had a crush on Taylor Swift and slid into her DMs, and then she was like, "Sure, why not?" and going through a breakup. Like, I don't think that this is fake. I think this is just like
a PR stunt for his documentary.
I get, or for both. I mean, I don't know, but
Taylor wouldn't participate in that.
She doesn't need PR.
Yeah, she doesn't need PR. That's insane. She's like the richest person in the world.
Yeah, she's the richest, most famous person on earth. Like I think that this is just he had a crush, and she's like, she's in her single, fun and flirty era.
At first, yesterday, I was like a football player, but then I watched his SNL, and then people dug up his old tweets from like 2010 where he's talking about, he like quotes MGMT. Like,
the band MGMT.
Girl, you got that electric feel, you got that electric eel. And like he did it like 20 times too.
I know. That's why I like him. He's like a fucking loser dork nerd who's just happens to be good at football, and he's cute and funny.
Yeah.
Like if he was just a football player, I'd be whatever. But honestly, after his SNL, I got like a crush on him, and then I found out who he was again yesterday. So honestly, I like it.
Great.
I like it. Let us know what you think, but I like it. Tell us about the writer's strike. You know more about this than I do.
Well, they have come to a tentative agreement, which is what they do now is when they have an agreement, all the strike captains are the ones who are doing all the negotiating. They like have this agreement, and then the whole Writers Guild votes like yes or no if they want to accept it. And apparently like Martin knows a couple of the captains, was talking to them. Apparently the deal is amazing and that the writers got everything that they wanted. So that's
awesome.
Yeah. So that's really, it's been 150 something day, like 5 months.
Way longer than I think everyone expected it
to be.
Martin
was like, it might go to the end of the year. Like he was not optimistic at all.
I mean,
but yesterday and then assuming everyone votes yes, then everyone should be back to work in like 10 days. But it's still, the SAG strike is still ongoing. So you can't, so there's no like production happening, but like writing
you can start
happen.
Writing series. It was funny. Someone tweeted, there was I can't remember what it was from, but it was real. Someone was like, they are rebooting a new series of The Office, or like a new offshoot of The Office. They're revamping it and re-updating it. And someone was like, okay, maybe the writer's strike should continue.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Wait, let me Google it.
Why?
I don't know.
It's so crazy. Like, just watch the old Office.
Yeah. Greg Daniels, creator of the US version of The Office, is currently set to do a reboot.
Like... Why? Like, it hasn't been that long. It's not like it's a show from the 60s.
Yeah, and like people are still watching the old episodes constantly. It's just so fun. People are like, okay, keep the writer's strike going.
That's so weird. Someone tweeted a funny thing. It said, got a sneak peek at the WGA deal, and it's insane. They're forcing the studios to make 6 more Entourage movies. Initial ask was 10, but these are still historic gains.
That's really funny.
Entourage movies.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, also, I saw a funny tweet that was like, glad the writer's strike is over, because an alarming number of my friends have joined OnlyFans. Or have started OnlyFans. So I'm excited for all my friends who are writers. You know, I didn't make it, but you can get back at it, and that's great for you.
And like, it's nice because it, like, you know, Martin, you know, will start to make money again, but also
seriously,
he didn't really have a paternity leave. I mean, he had maybe like a week or 2 off.
Oh, right, yeah, huh?
So this was like, I mean, if there was going to be a strike, this is great timing because it's been 5 months
Seriously.
where he's been able to like be home. And
Yeah. Blessing
so
in
it's-
disguise for you guys.
So it's I mean it sucks for everyone, but
No,
he's
yeah.
very happy. We had champagne last night.
Ooh.
It was also Ripley's first birthday.
I know. I'm so sad that I missed it. I was coming home from a wedding. How was it? How was the celebration?
It was fun. I made her a cake, but she doesn't really eat food, so she
Eating
touched it
disorder?
and she licked her finger, the frosting. She was like, oh,
Oh.
because she's never had sugar before.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Did she
Yeah.
like it or was she like,
I think she liked it. She's and I'm like, you can eat more. There's a cake in front of you. And she was just like, nah.
I'll pass? One of my favorite videos that I saw recently was a baby trying ice cream for the first time.
Oh, yeah, we haven't given her ice cream.
The baby lost its mind. It
I love
its
when
eyes opened
the baby
huge.
eats it and then they like shove their face in it. They're like, ah.
Yeah, it took its hand and it palmed the ice cream because it was on a cone and just shoved it into its mouth. I love watching in a normal way. I love watching babies eat.
Oh yeah,
New things in a completely
totally
appropriate
normal,
way.
non-predatory way.
I love just watching
I
babies.
fucking love it. Mukbang babies.
Yeah, I love
it.
mukbang babies. Oh my God, that's actually like a great YouTube mukbang babies. Just watching babies eat. Although I don't know who would subscribe to that.
You would.
Other than me. Yeah, but I feel like the other people might be dangerous. Speaking of baby drama, Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas divorce is getting messy.
Yeah, there's now a custody thing happening.
Yeah.
apparently.
So at first, Joe Jonas was like dragging Sophie Turner, or it was clear his camp was trying to,
Yes.
saying she like loved to party or was an unfit mom or, stupid shit like that. And then there was like she was talking bad on the Nest Cam and he picked it up or
Yeah.
just weird stuff.
Didn't release the Nest Cam footage.
Release the Nest footage.
Or it didn't happen.
And so then there were pictures of she and Taylor Swift going to dinner, Sophie Turner and Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
And Taylor Swift dated Joe Jonas. And
that's right.
back in the day, and Joe Jonas broke up with her via text.
Oh, they were talking shit?
Yeah. And the next day, Sophie Turner served Joe Jonas a custody agreement. So you're like, girl, what happened at that dinner?
I saw a tweet where someone said they were at that dinner, like sitting near them, and they just heard that they were like giggling and laughing the whole time. And like Taylor got a text message and was like showing it. It was like Sophie, Taylor, and like two of their friends. And Taylor got a text message or something and was showing it, and they were all screaming like, "Oh my God." And people think it's Travis Kelce inviting her to the football game.
Oh my God, I
like,
bet
oh my God,
it was.
That's probably it. What a fun
Oh
dinner.
my God. That's probably when he slid into her DMs for the first time and she freaked out. What a fun dinner.
Man.
Plotting to ruin your ex-husband's life and you get invited
my
by
God.
a pro football player to a game.
But yeah, apparently Joe Jonas won't hand over the kids' passports.
It's like so fucked up because
Yeah.
I guess that their home base is England. And as of right now, the kids are kind of all over the place. And Sophie's like, no, they're supposed to be in England with me. That's where our home base is. And now they're not spending more than like 2 weeks in one place in America because he's touring all over.
Right. He said he wants to bring the kids on tour with him.
And that's not good for the kids or their stability.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And so she's trying to get the kids back, I guess. So what a dinner. The power of angry women getting together and fucking shit up. Angry women and divorces.
Uh-oh.
Although this woman doesn't seem angry. Bijou Phillips divorced Danny Masterson, who is now going to serve 30 years in prison for rape charges.
Yes. And immediately people are like, is this like a saving your money scheme?
100%. Because Bijou Phillips stood by him through the
Yes.
rape allegations, through the trial.
Yep.
And then now that the trial is over, is serving him with divorce papers. And people are saying, okay, he's going to be sued in civil suits by the women he raped. And so they want to get a divorce so that Bijou can have the money. So then Danny doesn't have any of the money to pay out the civil suits.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just so fucked up. Like, it makes Bijou a villain also in this story.
Absolutely.
It's horrible. And also, like, more is being disclosed about how Scientology had, like, a really insidious part.
Oh, yes.
In this. I mean, I guess I didn't even realize, I don't know if we talked about this last time. I didn't realize Bijou was a Scientologist also. Well, I guess she has to be, though.
Was it? Or no, it was Danny Masterson's family.
His family is for sure.
And then I think she like came into it.
Yeah.
And transitioned to a Scientologist.
Yeah. So yucky all around.
Fucking weird.
Yeah. So if you think that she's divorcing him because she finally came to her right mind, like, no, she stood through him through everything. She like wrote on his behalf that he's a great guy, so on and so forth. This is like purely a financial move on her part.
Yeah, man. I just wonder if he's going to, I mean, he's obviously going to try to overturn the whatever conviction or try to get parole or something. I just wonder if that's, I mean, it seems like there's pretty clear evidence.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's going to get out of this one. Oh my gosh, I didn't know about this next one.
Yes, Angelyne is selling her famous pink Corvette.
She must be deep in debt or something. I once won a contest like recently.
That's right.
To go and take pictures with Angelyne.
Yeah, but you didn't go.
No, because someone messaged me saying it's a con, like you go there and then they make you buy all this stuff out of her trunk.
Oh, right. Right. That's so fucking weird.
And I said, I don't want to do that. But I'm wondering, because that's her main source of income, I think, is driving around in that car and charging people for photos.
Oh,
and
she's selling one of her iconic
she has multiple
pink Vets. Oh, and she wants to use the funds for a movie about her life.
I like how you said vet instead of Corvette.
Well, that's what the article says. It says vet.
Yeah, but
on TMZ.
Cool. Yeah.
To finish her movie. She's selling it for $200,000. She's owned it. Oh, she has 3 of them.
That's kind of excessive.
She's
but I
owned
imagine
it
she
since
didn't purchase those.
2008. Why do you need 3 pink Corvettes? She said she's gotten some lowball offers in the past, but is holding out for $200,000. Nobody wants a pink Corvette.
No, I'll give her $10K.
Yeah.
I'll give her a year worth of Patreon payments for that pink Corvette. And then I'll drive around dressed as Angelyne and see if I can trick anyone.
Oh my God.
That's my new con.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Just get like
No
a
one will
crazy
ever know.
blonde wig, big sunglasses.
Yeah, lots of makeup. Make my boobs even bigger and no one will ever know.
Wow. How old is Angelyne?
She's got to be like 70, I think. 75.
75.
I wouldn't trust whatever Wikipedia says. You know, she logs onto that Wikipedia every day and it changes it to 21 years old.
It says 72.
Yeah.
She's born in Poland?
Yeah. She's Jewish.
Wow.
She's a Jewish immigrant.
Okay.
Crazy stuff.
Remember when I found out that Martin followed Angelyne?
Yes. Yes.
From Instagram? What was it? She was running for governor
mayor or something. Yeah.
Mayor
and I had,
something.
Yeah. And I think I sent it to you because I was like, Martin also liked this photo.
Or like he commented like, good luck or something, or congrats, good luck. And I was like, what are you doing?
That's so wholesome. Like other men follow big butt photos and Martin's like cheering on Angelyne's mayoral campaign.
It's so funny.
I love it. Yeah, I don't think she won that, but better luck next year.
Better luck next time.
Let us know if anyone wants to buy us Angelyne's vehicle. If we have any rich people who listen to this podcast, we would love Angelyne's car so then I can drive around in it pretending to be Angelyne, an Angelyne impersonator. Another crazy D-list celeb, Bethenny from Real Housewives New York years and years ago. I don't know if you, okay, so I don't know if it's her TikTok or her Instagram, but she's obsessed with like getting things for less. And so for a while, it was about her doing all of her makeup from CVS. And so she would only buy makeup from CVS and pharmacies and be like, you don't need to get nice, expensive makeup. Like, get your makeup at Target. It looks all the same. Okay. And so I guess companies started sending her, like makeup and whatever. She's also obsessed with TJ Maxx and getting a deal at TJ Maxx. So she goes, I guess, to the same TJ Maxx regularly and has become friendly with the staff who works there, I guess. And so she went to TJ Maxx with bags of makeup that was slightly used, like that she's opened and some that she's like tested out. Okay. And she started handing it out to the TJ Maxx employees as gifts and like recording it, being like, I'm good, doing a good deed. I'm like handing out my old makeup to the TJ Maxx employees because like they probably couldn't afford all this makeup that I've been gifted and sent by companies. And people are like, Bethenny, no one wants your used lipsticks. Like, it's so weird for you to go to TJ Maxx and give the employees like lipsticks and mascaras that you've used. And she got a lot of pushback from it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
It's so bizarre. And also the people from TJ Maxx are like, it's COVID. Like, we don't want your old stuff that you've used. And also, we can't accept gifts. Like, it's company policy that we can't just accept gifts from people. And then Bethenny like forces it upon them. And they're like, we're going to get in trouble.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And everyone's saying that she has like white savior complex because she thinks that like
they need makeup or like they're too poor to like.
Yeah. She's like, these TJ Maxx employees probably couldn't afford this NARS lipstick that I opened and tested out. So they're really lucky that I gave it to them. And so everyone started. Who knows that
you don't know that they even want that.
Exactly. Or that they can't afford it. Like, it's crazy. Right. And so everyone started calling her a white savior. And then her rebuttal was that like it's racist and that like it's racist to call her a white savior and that people throw around these woke terms and stuff like that.
No.
She's such a hot mess between that Raquel interview and then eating the
what is she doing?
Bag of crawfish. She's just one of my least favorite people of all time, I think.
Like, she has her skinny girl alcohol line and she's like, she has so much money.
Yeah, she just needs to cool it. Although I don't even know, how is that doing, that skinny? Did she sell it? I hope she sold it because I don't know who is
selling
buying Skinny
the
Girl.
Actual company?
I hope she sold it because who's buying Skinny Girl margaritas? Skinny Girl margarita. Fucking
weirdo. Her net worth says $80 million.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, she has reported a net worth.
Right.
I mean, we could report a net worth of anything. Why fans think Bethenny Frankel lost $91 million of her net worth?
Oh, she sold the cocktail line in 2011 for $120 million. Well,
that's pretty good.
She used to date Marcus Lemoynis, the Prophet.
The Prophet?
The CNBC show. The guy like invests in businesses.
Well, she was on The Apprentice. That's how she got her start. Before Housewives, she was on The Apprentice.
Before Housewives?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't watch New York The old
Yeah.
New York.
Oh, it's good.
I know. I heard it's incredible.
She was like a caterer. She was a healthy food caterer, and then she was on The Apprentice, and then she was on Real Housewives.
Wow, what a life.
And then she was on my list of enemies. This changes the temperature in the room. This is something that's great that we can all appreciate and love. This is just a quote from Olivia Rodrigo. It reads like an Onion quote, but it's not.
A click hole.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, click hole. She says, she said this in a Rolling Stone interview, and I don't even know how it came up, but she said, birds are so foreign to us. There's not one body part that looks like ours. Everyone's all afraid about aliens and shit. They're like, what are the aliens going to look like? And I'm like, we have birds on our planet and we're not afraid of them. We're fine. And I guess she spent a lot of time talking about how she's terrified of birds.
Well, do you remember on The Bachelor, was it Kristen Bristow or Caitlin Bristow was terrified of birds, and she had the bird tattoos?
Yeah, but she had bird tattoos
on the back of her arms.
Yeah. Oh my God. She goes on to say, everyone's like, have you ever seen a pigeon's nest? Have you ever seen a pigeon lay an egg? I'm like, wow, I've never seen a pigeon's nest.
Not like, wow, pigeons' nests are crazy. She's like, do they exist?
Yeah. She's like part of that. I mean, she's of that age. What are those, that YouTube
Birds
group that thought,
real?
Yeah, she's probably watched Birds Aren't Real growing up and now thinks that birds are some sort of conspiracy.
Look, birds are the closest thing to dinosaurs that we do have.
It's true.
It's true.
She's not totally wrong, but I'm not on board with her.
Yeah.
So cool.
So there's that.
A little bit more of music news. We haven't heard a lot of this about this Lizzo lawsuit stuff in a minute. For a second, it seemed like things were turning in Lizzo's favor.
Right.
But now I guess her wardrobe designer also filed a new lawsuit. Designer files new lawsuit against Lizzo and her wardrobe manager. A former wardrobe designer who worked briefly on Lizzo's 2023 tour before being dismissed filed a lawsuit on Thursday. This is from the New York Times, alleging that the tour's wardrobe manager had created a hostile work environment that tour management and Lizzo failed to address.
Oh.
So again, I guess that's not Lizzo specifically doing stuff.
Right, it's her employees.
Yeah, it says the lawsuit alleges that throughout Daniel's employment, Nomura, who I guess is the wardrobe person, had made racist and fat-phobic comments and mocked both Lizzo and Lizzo's background dancers.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so it seems like the woman was also making fun of Lizzo.
Oh.
It says she mocked both Lizzo and Lizzo's background dancers. So I'm sure if Lizzo was privy to this, she would have done something about it.
Right.
If the woman was also making fun of Lizzo.
What? The whole Lizzo scene sounds problematic.
What I'm getting from this, Lizzo's people maybe hired some folks who were not great.
Yes.
And Lizzo maybe wasn't aware of that.
Yes, because I don't know, I feel like she's not aware of every single small detail that goes into everything. Like, she's a very busy person. Like, she can't be the boss of like wardrobe and tour and blah, blah, blah. Like, she hires people to do that for her. That's what you do when you're like rich and famous. So she probably didn't know a lot of what was going on.
And now probably all these lawsuits are happening. She's like, what the fuck? Like, I put other people are supposed to be in charge of this. I'm sure she had assistants or management or, like tour management who is supposed to manage the tour. It's not her. It's like if you're having a wedding, you hire a wedding planner to do all the stuff.
Right.
It's not like she's going to manage a huge tour. So I don't know.
Whoever's doing the hiring for Lizzo, she needs to get someone else.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad. It seems like a lot of stuff was going on that maybe she didn't know the severity of. Mm-hmm. And now she's getting dragged and blamed for it. So I don't know. What is this MLM thing?
Oh, I don't know if you saw this viral video this past week. It was a lady who said, she said, "What's the one thing that your optometrist doesn't want you to know about?" Her name is Samantha Lotus. And she said, "It's the fact that you do not need glasses." She said, "It's a lie when doctors tell patients that they need corrective lenses because poor vision is caused by mental, emotional, physical, and even spiritual factors which can be healed." And then she offers a vision healing masterclass for $11, in which she claims students will learn how to truly see through a holistic, multidimensional process.
What?
Yeah, and then so this person, Mallory, at This Is Mallory, decided to sign up for her class for $11 to be like, what the fuck is this lady going on about? She signed up for her. It was a Zoom class. And turns out at the end of the class, it was just a pitch to sell them doTERRA essential oils.
Shut up.
Which is an MLM company.
It's like lavender is going to cure your eyesight.
Yeah.
These
It's
fools.
insane. I watched this video, and it was this lady who's like took off her glasses. She's like, "They don't want you to know that you don't need glasses." And you're like, "Oh, lady."
Oh my God. I think I actually did see this because there was a girl on Twitter who was like, I signed up for the seminar.
Yes, it was this girl Mallory.
Yeah. And then she found the MLM woman found out that she was like writing an article on it. And she was like, "You'll hear from my lawyers," or something like that.
Yeah, she's like, "I'm going to sue you or something." It's like, sue you for what?
Yeah. Like, exposing you for the truth of what you're doing.
Yeah, she claims that oils can heal your vision. And then Mallory tweeted at doTERRA and was like, "Did you know that your rep is claiming that your oils can heal your vision?" And then doTERRA responded, "While our products can be used to promote a healthier lifestyle and achieve certain wellness benefits, they cannot be used or marketed as capable of preventing, treating, or curing any disease or symptoms associated with a disease."
Oh my God. Well, if anyone went to this workshop and can now see, has been cured of their blindness and vision issues, please let us know about this amazing cure.
Amazing cure.
Another fake shit is, so for those of you who watch Vanderpump Rules, you'll know that Ariana and Katie spent like all last season opening this something about her sandwich shop.
Right.
And now it appears to be closed down. Like the whole outside has been like demolished and taken down. The awnings are down, the signage is down and whatever. And people are thinking that maybe it was just a front or a plot point or a front to sell merch. Other people say that there is a violation of some sort of building code, so they have to redo something.
That's what I read. It was a permit thing.
Yeah. I also read, though, that the spot had been rented to another company, an acai bowl place. And so there was some confusion as to why the sandwich shop got to open there. That maybe it was like some sort of, you guys can film here temporarily, but then it's actually has to go to the acai shop. So interesting to see where that goes.
That it hasn't. Then I read another thing that said they're waiting on a liquor license, which can take 6 months to get.
But then why demolish the outside though? Or take down the signage and the awning.
There was I guess it was an illegal. This is what they claim. It was like an illegal patio that had to be redone. But
interesting.
It seems like it's just taking because this was almost going on 2 years, maybe.
Yeah, and they were giving the Toms a lot of flack for how long it took their place to open.
Schwartz and Sandy's, and now it's like, Oh, look who's taking forever now.
Yeah. So,
I mean, at least they sold a shit ton of merch and they made money off of it.
yeah, unless the place never opens, and then that's kind of fucked up.
They shot a few episodes of this next Vanderpump season in the sandwich shop.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice, cute little set that they've created. It's a nice set.
I wonder if it'll ever open.
Yeah.
Good chance it won't, I think.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I'm like, honestly, I'm getting kind of over Ariana. It's funny. Like, I was never really into her.
Me
and
neither.
And then this whole scandal happened, and I was like, oh, poor Ariana. You know, I feel bad for her and this whole thing. And now I'm kind of like over it again. I'm like,
yep.
All right, let's move on.
I don't. Everyone's like, oh, I love Ariana. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. I'm like,
whatever.
Okay, I'm ready
over
to
it.
move on. Yeah, over it.
Over it.
What TV? TV?
Oh, TV? Television? Did you watch The Traitors, right?
I did
The
not
game show?
actually.
You
I
didn't?
No, because I watched one episode and I like didn't love it, but I know you loved it.
I mean, there's a US version, then there's the UK version, then there's an Australian version.
Oh,
the
wow.
Australian version is the best because there's so much like backstabbing and secrets. Like the US one, they play the game, but they're not very good at it.
Yeah.
And the Australian one, they are so good, like convincing people, and it's like shocking. But I mean, it's fun. But The Traitors season 2 is, I think, coming back in like, I don't know, later this year or January.
Who's the like host of that again? Is that guy?
It is what's his name? That British,
that guy I like.
The Scottish guy.
Yeah, he's good.
What's his name?
What's his name? That guy. The guy we all like.
His name is...
He was in Josie and the Pussycats.
Alan Cummings.
Alan Cummings, yeah. He's in so much
But
stuff.
I heard that, Lindsay Hubbard from Summer House was supposed to be on it, but I think because of the wedding getting called off and everything, I don't think she's going to be on it.
She should go on it and go like full Joker mode, and then maybe she meets someone.
But I guess maybe she's like too devastated.
Yeah, maybe. I think I read somewhere. I didn't really like look into it because I honestly don't like her or care enough. But I think she just took her bachelorette trip because she was supposed to get married. I think she went with friends.
With friends.
Yeah, I think she did like a Sex in the City where she went on her bachelorette trip with her friends.
Probably because she's like didn't want to lose all that money.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder, did you watch Summer House? I forgot.
I watched everything. I haven't finished this current season.
I wonder if she went with Danielle because like she and Danielle had a big falling out over. I wonder if she and Danielle have reconciled after all of this, but I don't know.
That's crazy.
I started watching this show called The Lost Flowers of Alice Hart.
What is this?
It's on Amazon Prime. I believe it's an Australian show based on the fact that everyone in the show has an Australian
talks
accent.
like this?
Yeah. But Sigourney Weaver's in it. She also has an Australian accent in it. It's based on a book. It's really, really good. It's I guess I don't even really know how to explain it without giving stuff away. But it's about this flower farm and the women who live there. And
the IMDb says it follows a young girl, Alice Hart, whose violent childhood casts a dark shadow over her adult life.
Yes, that is good.
That's what's happening.
Yes, that's a good explanation. But it's like that and more. It's interesting.
Ooh, this looks good. It's getting good reviews.
Trigger warning. It's like basically a lot about like domestic abuse. It's basically like the whole thing is about domestic abuse. But it's really, really great. I really like it. It's not like a fun show. It's not a comedy. It's a drama. But it's really interesting and beautifully done. I really like it. Podcasts.
Yes. The Dream. You listen to Jane Marie's podcast, The Dream.
I love it. It is so good. She's so talented. Friend of the pod.
Season 3 just came out. And
Ooh.
it's also very good.
What does it focus on?
It's about, I guess, like wellness. Well, I guess it's like life coaches, and sort of gets into like the wellness area. But it's like people who are like, I can cure your life if you just take these classes, and she hires one of these coaches, and it's wild.
Oh God! Well, thank God she didn't hire me. This is why I can't fucking life coach anymore. It's bad news. I'm gonna have to get my therapy license.
Well, but these are people who like don't take classes, don't do anything, do no research, are just like, well, I'm gonna be a life coach now, and it's just they're not licensed. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It's so scary. Yeah, it's like a scary
really
world out there. Can you hear my fire alarm beeping? Or not my fire alarm, but it's chirping.
No.
Can you hear it?
Birds chirping?
No, it's... I need to change
Carbon
the
monoxide?
battery. Yeah, my car... Yeah. I just die. I keel over. This is my final words. I should never do life coaching. I need to change the batteries on all my things. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh, wow. You taught yourself how to read? I see you have book recommendation here.
I thought I would, we got book recommendations.
Yeah, that's great.
I have read the best short stories of 2023, the O. Henry Prize winners.
Oh my gosh, Melissa, that's so cool.
Well, I love short stories because they're short
and it's a story.
But these are so good. If you're into reading, if you can read, I recommend that book. And then I finished this other book. I think it's from 2021. It's called No One Is Talking About This. It's by Patricia Lockwood. Oh. And it's about a woman who is extremely online and who goes viral for posting the tweet, "Can a dog be twins?"
It's actually a really good question.
Which is a good question. It's on this thing called the Portal, which is obviously like Twitter.
Yeah.
And she like travels around the world doing speaking engagements. But then she gets a text from her younger sister who has like a complication with her pregnancy. So it's like it shifts back and forth between like being in like the Twitter online world, then like going back to like, oh, there's like real world problems happening. Like it's really cool. I read it like in a couple days, but it's
I love that.
I recommend
it. Maybe when do you read? When do you read?
Well, I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks.
Smart.
Because that's much easier because I don't really have time to just like sit down and read a book.
Right. Yeah.
So I've been doing, and I never really liked audiobooks until recently because I'm like, I like having the book and reading. But now it's great. Like I can wash bottles and do laundry. And I'm like, oh, this is so much better. In the car, I listen to it. So like, it's just like listening to podcasts.
Yeah. Like when you're walking around, you can do it. Well, maybe one of these days. Here's a book recommendation from me. I've done The Artist Way before, but I recently, I bought it again because I couldn't find my old copy. And I plan on doing it again. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll start it October 1st. So if any of our listeners want to do the Artist Way challenge,
what is
that? Could be kind of fun.
I've heard of it.
It's like each week there's kind of like a new exercise that you do. And it's to kind of reignite your creativity.
Ooh.
And you have to do morning writing every day, like morning journaling. It's supposed to just make you more present and creative and just in touch and everything like that. So if you want to start that October 1st with me, that will give me good incentive. Like if other people, and accountability, if other people are doing it with me. So October 1st, Artist Way Challenge, if you want to do that. And maybe on Patreon, I'll post about like each day.
Oh, that's a good...
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone can do it, but on Patreon, I'll do like some writing on the Artist Way, or maybe we can do
people
Discord.
Can comment underneath the post.
Yeah, saying like, you're stupid.
This is stupid. Why are you doing this?
This is stupid.
Why did I pay $5 for this?
Yeah, you life coach bitch.
You're stupid.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this week. Melissa, if people want to reach us, where can they do so?
You can email us at webcrawlerspod@gmail.com.
All right. Well, I'm Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stettin.
And that's all, folks.
Bye.
Bimbo News. Bimbo News. Bimbo News. Bimbo News. All the news you can handle. Bimbo News. So tune in to this channel. Bimbo News. Everything you want to know about recent news and TV shows. Bimbo News.
Powered by Acast.